Okay, out of all the stuff they could have done with this movie, why the fuck did we only know the one girl's name until like halfway through the fucking movie?
I didn't even recognize the young girl's name. I was just like,
Katie!
I don't care. I don't care. This movie
was shitty.
It was shitty. It was
anyway,
a shitty movie.
Welcome back to the Charming Analysis Halloween Spectacular podcast of 2021. This is our third episode. Already on episode 3. Woo! I'm Mari.
Jay. And
today, for our third episode, we're going to be talking about Slenderman. The 2018...
The man.
The legend.
The fucking DeviantArt king.
The fucking legend, Slenderman.
The notorious guy with 8 tentacles?
I don't know. Octopus man.
Octopus man. He's an octopus man who wears a suit and tie, which is very that's a nice touch right there. Where does he get that tailored? Where do you think he gets his tie tailored?
I don't know, honey.
Come on.
Anyway, this movie came out 2018, and we got a lot to talk about with this movie.
Oh, you do.
Whether it be good or bad.
How shitty it is.
But yeah, why don't you explain?
A plot, basically 4 kids summon Slenderman. They all go insane or die. There, that's your plot. That's your stupid fucking plot of every shitty horror movie that's trying to fucking summon something. I don't know.
So yeah, basically that's the gist of it. But what did you... I want you to go first, so that way I...
No, I want you to go first. What did you actually like about this?
There wasn't really much to like about it. Like, honestly, for a movie that came out in 2018, they did a shitty job. I'm not gonna lie. They did a fucking shitty job with this movie. You don't even know
This is one of the most laziest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that's coming from, like, someone who's still new to horror movies and someone who's, like, watched them before. So... to me...
You never made a movie? What are you talking about?
No, I said you watched them before, not made one before.
Oh, I was like...
But, honestly, this movie was just... Well, first thing I need to talk about with it, the plot was very inconsistent. You don't really get, like...
I legit could not figure out anything in this movie because it's just so jumbled up. It's like someone... It was like edited by a fucking monkey because apparently they can't comprehend consistency.
Yeah, so basic gist of my stuff before I let you explain. Basic gist of what's wrong with this movie. .png. Basically, the plot's inconsistent. You don't even know what the fuck's going on for, like, most of this movie. You don't even get, like, a general idea of what's going on. All they do is just try and summon the guy, and their friend goes missing throughout the rest of the whole movie. They're trying to find her, and then everyone else starts getting cursed. And then at the end, they all pretty much die, and one of them turns into a fucking tree. Yes, I'm going to spoil the fucking ending because this movie sucks. If you don't want to...
I don't know anybody who wants to see this
So,
movie.
I don't know who does, but spoiler warning, they all fucking die.
Yeah.
Basically. Like, they all fucking die. But let's just admit that right now. They all died. The end.
The end. Life sucks. Go buy Source Slenderman.
But yeah, inconsistent plot, definitely main thing. Second thing, and I know you complained about this. Jump cuts. The fucking jump cuts with this.
Like, I hate movies with consistent, like, jump cuts in, like, the first. Like, if I know that the first, like, 2 minutes there's, like at maximum, like, 30 jump cuts, I'm like, this is gonna be in for a shitty time.
Yeah,
this
like...
is a shitty fucking... It's a shitty way to just make your movie in general.
Yeah, like, they didn't even edit the movie that well, and this is a movie that came out like 2-3 years ago, and we have the technology nowadays to where that shouldn't be a fucking issue. And I understand maybe they had a lower budget, but Still, if you're gonna make a fucking movie...
They did, because apparently I never even heard of this fucking company beforehand. I thought it was Blumhouse, but I was wrong, apparently.
It was some, like, indie company?
I don't know. Mythologies Productions. What the fuck? I have
never heard of them either.
Never heard of them. Never will probably hear from them ever again.
Well, especially after this fucking fail. Like, to me, this, besides, like, that, the jump cuts... a lot of them were very unnecessary. Like, they had so many jump cuts, it's not even fucking funny.
Yeah, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on because they jump cut it so much. I was like, God damn, can you just stick to a scene and actually tell a story? And like, no. Nothing was consistent about it. I would have been more happy if they just, like, redid, like, a documentary type shoot. I would have been more happy with that. But no, it's a shitty fucking movie with shitty girls acting, like shitty acting from apparent teenage girls who looked like they were younger than they probably were.
Yeah,
playing. I don't know. I don't know. This movie seems like. It seems like weird propaganda in a way, because that last 30 seconds really peeved me off. It's like, Slenderman could be anywhere, and anybody could be spreading his lies, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, fucking, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's what makes it so insincere. They just wanted, oh look, scary Slenderman. Oh no, he's gonna affect our children. Oh, fuck.
Here's the other... another point that I'm gonna make regarding this, besides the inconsistent jump cuts. Mm-hmm. First, the third thing.
This is clearly from somebody who does not care about making anything horrifying. Or
yeah, like, movie. I feel like this was just a cash grab to get on the fucking
definitely.
thing. This has to be a fucking cash grab.
It definitely was.
Like...
There's no soul in it.
Because here's the thing. Like, with this movie, you don't even know the fucking characters' names till, like, almost halfway through the fucking movie.
You can't even see half the fucking movie. It's so shittily shot.
Yeah, like, the shots are honestly, like, not that good. There's camera glares. This is pretty much coming from, like, a company that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, and I'm not trying to, like...
You mean the director and, like...
I don't think the director knew what the fuck they were doing.
Or anything. Like, I'm legit curious if they, like, directed anything else. Let me look it up, actually. I want to know what else they directed besides
Yeah, let's look it up really quick while we're talking about this.
Bullshit.
Because this is just ridiculous. What was the guy's name?
No, I'm just gonna look up Slenderman. Slenderman is the director's name. Keep on, continue.
But yeah, like, the third point basically, like, this is definitely a cash grab. Like, it's fucking obvious. It's a fucking cash grab that shouldn't be a cash grab.
Okay. Nothing of significance, so...
If they're gonna make a fucking movie to where, like, the shit has, like, the passion in it, then this guy should have directed something else. They should have had... If they were gonna do this movie, I feel like they should have just had Jordan Peele do it. He would have at least made it better. Jordan
Peele doesn't give a shit about Slenderman. Who gave a shit about Slenderman in 2018? No one. Nobody would have made a fucking movie on him.
At least he would have made it interesting.
No one would have made a fucking movie on him.
He made Candyman interesting, and no one's watched that for years. And that exists.
Candyman is an existing property with so many fans. What does Slenderman have? Slenderman has some fucking years of, like, 2 years of, like, just internet weird bitches who, like, complain about creepypastas. Like, I don't understand. Who is this movie made for? Definitely not those people. Because those people were bored. Probably bored as shit that it went this route. Because there's so much shit you could do. Fucking Marvel Hornets did, like, you know, fucking made war with this character in, like, 15 minutes of short film than this movie ever could have done with Slenderman. Yeah. And, like, you know, I don't think you could do a movie with Slenderman because he's not interesting. He's just there. He's just there. It literally, Slenderman is like, oh, he's just there. He's a creepypasta that's just there. I'm so happy that these fucking didn't start like creepypasta movies, so we have to watch all the fucking creepypasta movies.
Well, if they did, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised, but imagine if there was like, oh, Slenderman was successful, then like there would be like a Jeff the Killer movie, a Jack movie. What was this fucking other ones? Smile Dog HD, the movie, and it would all be like shitty JPEG arts featured in the movie. Like fucking DeviantArt. That's where I laughed out loud. Fucking DeviantArt, where DeviantArt posts were being shared, and then and like I saw like that artwork that like of the Slender Man like reaching his hand out toward the kid, and I fucking almost fucking shot at my throat because they featured artwork from DeviantArt and it was funny.
Yeah, that was another thing I was surprised that they actually did.
I showed fake YouTube videos.
Okay, a fourth thing I'm gonna mention about this. I have like a couple more points, and then you can go off on it. But fourth thing I do want to mention is that like the way that they sequenced this whole movie. Literally, the plot doesn't make any fucking sense. They're jumping all over the place. And some of the effects were just...
They were shitty.
They were fucking bad. And, like, literally one of the shots of, like, the guy that the girl was trying to go on a date with, it literally looked like he was trying to shit himself. It literally looked like he was trying to shit himself.
It looked like he, like, had, like, that stupid fucking Snapchat filter face.
Like, some of the creepy scenes in quotes, I'm gonna just say creepy in quotes, that were supposed to like probably get a reaction out of you.
No.
Like the part where all her limbs are off and the part like where she's quote unquote pregnant with like Slenderman's baby. That fucked me up. And,
no,
like,
it didn't. It
fucked
me up. I thought it was funny.
I was like, what?
I thought it was funny.
I was like,
wow.
what the fuck? And then like,
are you kidding me? Like,
and then the last,
that, like, I would be disturbed by.
Yeah, and then the last.
Slenderman is not one of them.
Can I finish?
Slenderman is a funny man.
But like, just the way that went on, the way they sequenced everything, that was supposed to look scary, didn't really look scary.
He didn't even have a suit. He was just a black, like, just
figure.
Nothing. Yeah, he was just a black figure.
Yeah.
He didn't even have a suit. They couldn't even commit him to a suit.
Okay, and last thing I'll mention, then Jay's gonna fucking go off on this movie.
I don't really have much to say. I just have something to mention for the last like 30 seconds of propaganda. So
I'm definitely that's gonna cut into what I'm gonna say. Okay. So the last 30 seconds of this fucking movie, bullshit, fucking bullshit. Literally, the girl gets attacked by Slenderman and gets fucking turned into a tree.
Yeah.
A fucking tree.
And I'm assuming she's speaking to the audience while she's a tree.
Why the fuck is she a tree? This makes me wonder, did all the other friends get sucked into a tree? Or is she the only one that gets sucked into it?
Maybe.
Why did she get sucked into a tree is what I would like to fucking know. Why would you do that? And then the sister realizes, hey, like... my sister is gone.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. She was the one giving the narration, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Sister was
but
giving the
I'll get into that in a
end.
second.
Like,
but here's the thing another part that pissed me off before I let you go off. Well, they all kind of tie in together.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh. The way that the fucking friend, first thing, the fucking friend is the person that they're texting the whole time. I was not expecting that, but that pissed me off. The fact that the friend, her fucking friend was the one that was doing that the whole time, and she fucked everything up and made her sister, like, try and summon Slenderman. Why the fuck would you do that?
Why do you care? That's my question. Why do you care?
I don't care, but I'm just saying, why the fuck would you do that?
I don't get why, like, you care about any of these characters in this movie, because they were all just props.
I don't, but I'm just like, the characters at this point, it makes you not care about them. It really makes you not care about them, and
I don't care about
disappointment right there.
I don't care about any of them. I didn't care about any of them because they were just so.
You don't even get enough
dull.
like attachment to them because they don't even like explain
anything
about them besides that they're friends.
Yeah, that's it.
That's literally it. you don't even get to know, like, all the other shit. There was one moment where, like, they were talking about, like, their stuff that they were going to sacrifice to Slenderman. They didn't even go into any backstory of, like, how they got their stuff. That would have made it interesting and make you connect with them more. But they didn't fucking do that.
Or maybe we're just not paying attention. I wasn't paying attention.
There are so many opportunities that they fucking missed with this movie that...
What opportunities?
There was a lot of stuff they could have fucking done, but they didn't do it.
Competent, like, anyone working on this movie, a competent anyone, like, anything at all. They clearly didn't do it. They clearly did it for the name recognition, and they clearly did it because, Slenderman has, like, bad history on him, so why don't we just make a propaganda movie?
I was just kind of like, why?
And, like, in the spirit of, like, of a horror movie that dumb teenagers are gonna not see because teenagers are more smarter than that.
Yeah, but, like, okay, last point I'm gonna mention. They literally did not go over the plot until the last fucking 30 seconds, and that was after the girl turned into a fucking tree. Like, they literally show people walking in the hallway, and then it fucking ends.
Yeah, that's it. It's like,
that's the fucking ending.
They could be telling them, even to you. That part was kind of, that's like,
okay,
kind of
you
offensive.
talk, you go off, honey.
That part was kind of offensive, because I was like, really? You're gonna really pull this shit? You didn't even... You don't even know these fucking girls. That's the terrible thing about it. You didn't even say a single fucking thing that was interesting or made me connect with any of these girls. And, like, now you're saying, like, oh, you need to be careful, for they could be spreading lies and shit. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm so sick and tired of these fucking...
half-assed movies.
I'm so sick and tired. I know this is going to sound like me being I know this is going to sound really fucking weird coming from my mouth. Can boomers stop making horror movies? Can boomers stop? Because I'm getting sick and tired of these fucking people trying to, like,
half-ass these movies.
Make something scary out of, like, a meme. And there's so many movies like this where it's like, that's why people are, like, getting turned off by mainstream horror movies. Not anymore. I'm happy they're coming back. But back in, like, between 2010 to 20, I would say 18, 19, or even 2020, those were some dark fucking times to be a horror fan, because it was just nothing but teenage melodrama bullshit with just random, just horrible jump cut scary scenes. A lot of, like, just really bad Paranormal Activity knockoffs.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one.
You didn't even watch any of them. That's the funny thing, and you probably will never watch them because because a lot of them just have to deal with demons and shit. But
and I hate demons.
I know you hate demons.
Well, like, not cartoon ones, just like fucking movies just about, like, summoning shit I fucking hate.
Yeah, but, they're all dumb, so, what the fuck.
Anyway, but the last thing I'll bring up, and then I guess we'll talk about some other points, and then we'll give a rating, but the CGI was fucking bad. Let's both admit that. The CGI was fucking bad. They didn't even make Slenderman really look that good, in my opinion. The only part that he actually looked...
If those DeviantArt drawings came to life, I would be more impressed by that shit than what they did here.
The one thing I will say, though, the only instance where he actually looked decent is probably putting it lightly, but there's only one scene that made him look decent, and that was the fucking end with the chase scene. That's the only scene.
That was the worst one.
That was the only scene, in my opinion, where he looked decent.
No, that was the worst one to me. That was the worst one to me. And that fucking one where he's in the trees, that was fucking awful. That was fucking awful. Awful. And I like, that was just some of the worst fucking lazy ass character design I've ever seen. And he has a fucking character design. It's not a good one, but it's a character design. They couldn't even stick with that, so I'm not even gonna give him credit. I kind of want to just give my rating right now.
Wait. One more thing.
What?
So, last thing I will mention before we give a rating. If someone were to basically remake this movie and make it better, do you think it would make a difference, or do you think it's too far gone?
I would not be interested in the Slenderman movie because he is a meme and that's how he should be.
Okay, well...
Like, I don't give a shit about Slender. Like, you really think I give a shit about Slenderman?
No, I know you don't,
like, literally, there's, like, a million creepypastas where they're much more interesting. Slenderman doesn't even have a fucking story. That's how fucking... Like,
sad it is.
Sad. These fucking the shitty creepypastas have a story. This one's just like
okay.
Like I don't even give a shit. So
at this point, let's just give our ratings.
How about don't waste your time with this fucking movie? I give it a 0 out of 10.
You actually give it a 0?
Yeah, there's nothing really redeemable at that. In the last 30 seconds, we're just like
that's impressive.
That was insulting. That was insulting.
That's impressive that you give it a 0 out of 10.
That was insulting. What they did in the last 30 minutes, I was like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? Shut the fuck up. There's nothing really to enjoy. Not even with you being drunk and watching this. So
yeah, this is a movie that you guys shouldn't waste your time on at this point. If you really want to watch it, then go for it. It's just gonna be a sad fucking movie. A sad hour and 30 minutes.
It's gonna be a boring fucking movie. Good luck, and then your friends are gonna hate you that you showed them this movie.
But yeah, to me, I would probably give this like a 2 out of 10, like, or like a 1.5 to 2 out of 10. Like that's honestly disappointing at this point. Mm-hmm. I think I've only given that to one other thing so far, and that's like it, because most of the movies we watch are like pretty much like 5s to like 7 or 8s, maybe a little higher. Mm. But this is probably one of the
stuff we watch is good. We don't go out of our way to go see bad movies because we don't have that. We don't have that luxury. We don't have the time in the world to see bad movies. We would rather watch good shit.
Well, every now and then we'll watch like a bad movie.
Yeah, but like a bad movie that is not boring and it's not dull most of the time. This is nothing. This is absolutely dog shit.
But yeah, I will agree on that. This is probably one of the lowest rated. This is probably the lowest rated Halloween one we've done. And that's saying, like, something.
Probably the lowest rated movie I've done. I'm honestly... Oh my god. This is probably one of the lowest rated movies I've ever seen in my life.
In, like, a while for me.
No, in my life.
Damn.
Like, I can't... I've watched so many fucking movies.
But, yeah, basically that's the end of the podcast. We are doing more episodes this month. It's just going to be probably spaced out over the course of the month. So, be on the lookout for our next one coming out. Hopefully soon. Mm-hmm. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out.